let's talk about you in Real American Freestyle, right? You're the main event going against Henry Cejudo. Do you know the rules of freestyle wrestling?
Bro, like when I think, my mind blowing up because like I don't even know wrestling rules.
You got to work out with Ilia Topuria. Have you ever thought about doing a training camp with him in Spain?
If I training with him, I have to share some rounds with him, like which is not fun, you know. I will be with him, but I will train with my guys, and if he asks me training, I will train with my friend, not with me.
The one of the things I told you is like you got to find yourself some distractions. Have you been able to find some distractions besides training?
Yeah, watching your podcast.
Oh, it's 15-time world champion Demetrious Johnson. You're listening to the MightyCast.
What's going on, guys? This episode of the MightyCast is sponsored by PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game played directly from your phone. It's very simple. Get on your phone, download PrizePicks. When you do that, use my promo code MightyCast. Cool promotion going on right now for new users. You play $5 and you get $50 instantly in your lineup. And guys, PrizePicks has everything under the sun. And right now, NBA playoffs are in full swing. So make sure you guys lock in your picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this episode of the MightyCast. I hope you guys enjoyed this chat with a good friend, Merab Dvalishvili. Enjoy. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the MightyCast. And we are joined by a friend of the show, the former bantamweight champion of the world, Merab Dvalishvili. Merab, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us again. Brother, you're looking good. How have you been?
Thank you so much for having me. I've been good, like, you know, even if you don't mention I broke my nose, but I'm getting better now.
Yeah, I think everybody in the world knows you broke your nose. You posted it on social media again. How did you break your nose? You're always training. How did this happen?
Yeah, you're right. I have, you know, the first time I broke my nose, it was 2014 when I officially have my pro debut. The guy jabbing me, first punch, he jabbed me and broke my nose. And since that, my nose was broken. But my nose was strong actually. And then I got multiple skin cuts, like, but the bone was good. But this time I actually broke the bone because my teammate, whose name is Adam, he's professional fighter and he knows my style good and he has a good timing, you know, like knees, like good timing. And then every time I sparred with him, he timed me good, but sometimes he hit me in the chest, he hit me in the forehead and straight like face, but never in my nose. But this time he knee me in my nose, like this side, which is broke, my bone broke. So, and then that's the story. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And you got a big match coming up this weekend against Henry Cejudo in Real American Freestyle. Are you gonna wear the headgear or are you just gonna go no headgear?
Yeah, if they allowed me to wear headgear, I'm thinking to wear headgear. If not, then I'll be okay, whatever. My nose is getting better because I'm not doing surgery. They told me doctor, whoever I go, the UFC sent me to the doctor, and then I go, this doctor recommend to not do surgery because surgery will takes 1 year recovery. And then they have to rebroke and make it straight, and then this doesn't, yeah. And then so I said no, I want to be busy, and so this way it's gonna heal up himself. And good thing is one side I can breathe good, one side is closed.
Gotcha. So you have a deviated septum. Basically, this airway is collapsed, and so you can breathe out of one of your nose.
Yes.
Wow. Has it always been that way? Like, have you always had a deviated septum where you're going to breathe out of one side of your nose?
Once I broke my nose, so one side I was able to breathe good, and one side was like half. But now I think one side is closed, but still. But good thing is one side I can breathe, so I'm fine.
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, usually people want to breathe out of both nostrils. That way they get all that oxygen. But
I'm fine.
Yeah, I believe you are. You are the fucking machine. So, dude, you gotta. How has your time off been since your last fight? Remember, I sent you a message. I said you're amazing, an amazing fighter. You deserve to take time off and enjoy yourself. Have you been able to do that? Have you been able to just like relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor?
Actually, right after my fight, when people was telling me, "Oh, I need the time off," I was like, I'm fine. I don't need the time off." And I did travel a little bit. I go visit Mark Zuckerberg in Hawaii, and I visit Ilia Topuria in Spain, and I go a little bit for my country, and I came back in January, and I was back in the gym training, and I was hoping to fight in May because in June I know the like May or April, like because in June they tell me right after the I was fighting Peter trilogy, but it's not in happening in White House, and so I was hoping to fight soon. And when I heard the news that Peter did back surgery, and I know the fight won't be before the June. So and then everything released. Actually, I feel very good, relaxed. I know it feels good now. Actually, to just training, and I guess I enjoy life. So yeah, I guess I was feeling fine, but now that I have time off, that I feel like wow, like less pressure and much relaxed, and life is much better.
I bet. Well, I mean, when you fought, that was one of the things that everybody was saying. Even I felt is that you fought 4 times, 4 weight cuts. Do you think that affected, how the fight played out, or did you just? I mean, you look fucking great, obviously, but do you think if you were to not fought 3 times, it said, I'll fight you next year. I'm gonna take 3 to 4 months off, come in fresh, and not beat up. Not saying that you were beat up. Do you think things could have played a little bit different?
I think so, yes. But same time, I don't make any excuse. This is what I choose to fight 2 months after when I fought Cory Sanhagen. If it was like every 4 months, like then maybe it's or every 3 months. But it was 2 months after when I fought Cory Sanhagen, and I did rush, and I was working hard, and I pushed the limit, and I think I did overtraining, too much training, and also even fight day, I did sparring, and this time I sparring 2 top sparring partner. The one guy, he's from actually Russia. His name is oh, how I forget. His name is. He's fighting now. He's good fighter actually, and then the other guy is from Greece. His name is George, and so they both top, like they both. One guy is really high level wrestling world champion, I think under 23, and the other guy he's very very good fighter. So it was tough rounds. I think I sparring 5 rounds with these 2 guys, and uh, I think I 5 rounds I already sparring, and I warm up in the locker room, and then when I go cage, and then maybe I was a little overtired, like uh, yeah, my nickname is Machine, but I'm a human being. Sometimes I guess the against Peter, I think also what happened was I think I can beat that day everybody, maybe except Peter. That's what showed, because Peter was like a really um, training for me, and then his style is different, and he's tough fighter, and everybody else I think I can beat, like any striker or any other fighter in my weight class, but except Peter, and that's what it shows. And then during the fight, I realized the fight wasn't go my way, like because I make some mistakes in training camp, because it wasn't really training camp. I was just doing my things. I was just pushing limits, and I was just doing a lot of grappling rounds. And then when Peter shoot and I try to choke him, and I can't even bend his neck because I don't know what was like. First fight I was able to hold him in his hand, even standing, and then bend his neck, and. And then after that, I get so much better. But this time, I wasn't able to bend his neck. He felt very strong, and then I think 3 or 4 times that's how he take me down because I chase his neck, and I tried to choke, and we ended up bottom. And then after it was whatever, I realized something wasn't right. And I realized I make mistake in my training camp because I was not preparing like this by how I should prepare, you know. So I think I will pick it for like because I was training for like to myself to get better. I was ready for everybody, but like I said, I was not ready for Peter specific, like because I need to specific training against him, and that's what happened. And so yeah, when I realized I was losing fight and the fight wasn't going my way, and I tried to enjoy fight, that this motherfucker he was shooting me, he's take me down. Even end of the fifth round, he's still shooting. I'm like, we was fighting, but that's and top of that, he got me couple body kick, and that was very painful, very painful. And so first time he got me with the kick, it was, I believe, like 25-second left or something, and then I just ran the clock. I ran a little bit and whatever. But the second time he got me with the punch, that was even painful. And second time is always felt worse. And because the pain was so bad, and I just go back fighting because I can't run because it was so painful. And I tried to fight it.
You try to be like, oh, I can't run. I'm fucking gonna fight back.
Yeah, I'll go front, so. But yeah, like I said, no excuse. He beat me that day, and so our trilogy will be interesting.
Well, I think that's something for you to point that out. That's something that I've said, and even Aljamain Sterling has said, your best friend and training partner, is that you've been able to train like a madman in a machine. And when you go into the fights against Sugar Sean O'Malley or Corey Sandhagen, you have a certain style that you're able to implement on somebody. So you really don't do any specific training. You make sure you're the best version of Merab. But then when you come up to a guy like Petr Yan, where he's specializing his training for, he's looking at you, watching video on you, getting your tendencies, getting everything breaking down everything you do, where he was prepared for you for when you fought him. You were strong, ready, maybe a little bit overtrained, but you didn't do the specific training that he did. So moving forward, I'm shocked that like John Wood or anybody around you like, Merab, we got to sit down and watch some film. We got to, do this and this and this. But now you realize, okay, I'm going to train specifically for Petr Yan when it comes to the trilogy.
I agree. You are 100%. That's what happened. Yes, even John Wood was saying, oh, Merab. He was like very believing me. And then I actually asked him, hey, we already beat the Petr Yan, so now he's gonna change the game plan, right? What he's gonna do, like he's gonna make some changes, right? What do you think? He told me, I don't think he can do anything against you. You get so much better. And then I was, I don't get comfortable even because of he said that, but he was comfortable with me, and that was mistake, because yeah, like I said, Petr Yan is top opponent, and I should training specific for him first fight. But because why John Wood like so comfortable, because first fight when I fought Petr Yan, that was all my game plan, how I should beat him. And then I was like, when I talk my team, even Metzel, Relongo, Aljo, and John in the locker room, I said, this fight, either I'm gonna die or I'm gonna kill him. And like yeah, so I was like, that was like first fight, like very personal. I think I mentioned in your podcast too, very personal for me. And I know how hard I wanted to win, and how like mentally and physically I was like ready, even I was fighting with broken hand. And so that's why like John and everybody was like comfortable and trusting me, because they know I was gonna do my thing, which is they believe that I can beat Peter Yan, even doesn't matter what. But it that shows there is styles, and many things that many things can play out.
Well, I can't wait for the trilogy. I think it's gonna be a sick fight to see. Now you're gonna be well rested. Like I think we've seen Merab back to back to back. Now we're gonna see Merab when he fights again, a well-rested Merab where it's like, okay, I'm rested, I'm still working hard, and you're gonna make specific changes to Peter Yan or whoever else you're gonna fight. Because I know the next fight is Sean O'Malley versus Sahabi. That might be the number one contender. We don't know. You might know something that we don't know, but I'm excited to see that next matchup between you versus Peter Yan, the trilogy number 3.
Yes, I'm excited for Sean O'Malley and Zahabi fight too. They both a good fighter. But what I was told is right after fight, and Hunter told me to. I was fighting for the belt. He told me, Merab, take much as time you want. Just let us know when you heal up. And then, of course, like couple weeks later, I tell him like I'm ready. But and then we heard the news, the Peter. But good thing is, Peter did like small surgery on his back, and I think I heard Arman doing same surgery. I guess he had this surgery like long time all his career, but now he's champion and he's relaxed, and he decided to do this surgery now. I heard it's not a big surgery. So, and he did an interview with Ariel Hawani, and he was saying that he was ready to fight in June. So, which is good. Like, so if Peter is saying that he was ready for June, of course he will be ready for either July or August. So I'm fine whenever, whatever time UFC wants. So now I'm like very relaxing, because UFC tell me the I was fighting for the belt, and I think I deserve to, because yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Three,
And
three. For how much you've defended that belt back to back to back, I think it's only fitting that you get to rematch, and it's one versus one, right? So I think it should happen. It could be International Fight Week. I mean, we're still far out from there. They haven't announced the main event or co-main event for that yet, or it could be August. So I'm excited. I'll be rooting for you. I have my Merab shirt on. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, my friend.
You are the best.
Okay.
You are the best.
Okay. Now what'd you think of the fights last night? There were some pretty good fights. You had Josh Hokic. You had Carlos. What did you think about the overall event of UFC 327?
Wow, that event was great. Lots of good fights. I mean, the Aaron Pico Pitbull fight was even also good. And then I forgot this crazy guy's name, but Curtis Blades.
Oh yeah, the Josh guy who kept flipping him off.
Yeah, I was rooting for Curtis Blades. He's a good guy, good fighter, veteran UFC fighter, and some ups and some downs. But the guy showed that he can fight, and that fight was really really crazy good. But yeah, good fight. And today the Curtis Blades posted pictures that he broke some bones in over bones and like nose and something like this. Yeah. So, but that fight was good. Yeah, I was surprised actually. And also, yeah, of course, Paulo Costa fight the.
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked good. Especially he moved up the weight class and against undefeated guy. But he, like he said himself, he's doing very well against southpaw guys, and yeah, he finished him. He finished the undefeated guy with a big statement, and I'm happy for Paulo Costa, but of course I'm sad for Azamat. Yeah, and yeah, also yeah, main event was a little bit crazy too, but interesting.
Yeah, I think with Paulo Costa, he looks so much better at 205. Like you see the guys all the time, like when they're at a weight class where they have to cut so much weight, the weight cut, it drains them, right? And Paulo Costa, his style is explosive, fast, great combinations. And I think him moving up to 205, he retained the speed. Where usually when people get bigger, they don't have that same speed. But his body kicks, the high kick, and for him to be able to look good at 205, I hope he stays there. And then with the main event, with Jiri Prochazka taking out Carlos, man, talk about how things could change like that in mixed martial arts. Where I felt he had to fight. Like he hurt, Carlos blows his knee out, and then Jiri Prochazka gets caught with his hands down. Would you have showed mercy? What would you probably would have took him down, huh?
If my opponent had the knee or what?
Yeah, the broken knee. Would you have just whooped his ass, or would you showed a little mercy?
Yeah, I think I will take my time. I think I already watch you make a comment. I was watching some newses and they show your video, and you are saying that you can fight the hands down. Yes, that's how Jiri Prochazka fights, and it's sooner or later you're gonna get caught. Exactly. You need to, like you said, you need to hands up, and I don't know. Yeah, so if I see that my opponent break hurt his knee, I will take my time. I will not rush. Like, but Jiri rushed. Like he was excited. He was thinking, "Oh, I got you." But no, you're right. Like MMA, it takes 1 second even. And then also, the new champion now. What's his name?
Carlos Ulberg.
Yeah, Carlos. Yeah. So when I'm sure that Carlos, when he knows that he has a last chance, that he's gonna throw hard. When you hurt, then you have to just go killer instinct, and I think that's how he throw his left hook to killer instinct, and he get Prochazka down, and he's the new champion now.
Yeah, it's just crazy to see that. Like you blow your knee out, happens in the first round. Now, hopefully, it's not a big surgery, because if it's a big surgery, ACL, MCL, he might be out for a year, and then they're gonna do another belt, interim champion potentially. But I was so blown away about how that happened, just like that. And then Jiri Prochazka loses again, gets knocked out, and it'll be kind of curious to see where he goes from here, because now it's like he's lost the championship multiple times against Alex and now Carlos Ulberg.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So yeah, he needs some time off, like a couple months. Like he can fight from the knockout. Like he has to not training, and when he starts training, so he has to come back. And this guy is, I mean, hopefully no injury, but sometimes he blows his shoulders. Saying like, like, yeah, he may need some time off. Yeah, interesting. But I think I hope that Carlos will heal up his knee soon. Maybe, hopefully, not big injury, and he can stay busy.
Let's talk about you and Real American Freestyle. Okay, how did this come about? Right, you're the main event, going against Henry Cejudo. How one? I'm loving what Real American Freestyle is doing. Right, they're getting so many athletes in the wrestling mat to headline it. How did this opportunity come about?
Bro, like when I think my mind blowing up, because like I don't even know wrestling rules, because I'm not a wrestler, I'm a judo guy, and then yeah, I am good MMA wrestler, but this is all MMA against the wall and with the punch and shoot and everything. But I guess because of I beat Henry in fight, and I pick him up and I take him down 5 times or something, and so I think that's why. And I also said in freestyle wrestling, he's better than me, but now he wants to beat me his own sport, but it's gonna be crazy if I beat him his own sport.
Do you know the rules of freestyle wrestling?
I mean, I know I'm not gonna poke the face, or I'm not gonna punch, or I'm not gonna like no knee. Like I know this, but the rule, like points and like stuff like this, not really. I don't know this like exactly like how, but I know things that I'm not gonna let him take me down. I have to take him down, and also, yeah, I think if you go the outside, there's a point, and also today my friend Lucas teach me. I usually like I go head and arm, and then I throw this way. Hit my Luca. My friend tell me don't touch my shoulders back if I throw him back. So I think okay. So like I'm not a freestyle wrestler, but I think I can do it.
I love how you're about to, grapple. Excuse me, you're about to wrestle here with Cejudo in about what, maybe 3 or 4 days, and you don't even know the whole fucking rules. You're like, that's okay. Just don't let you take me down, and I should be fine. And you're totally fine with that.
Yes, let's go. I like these challenges, and then it's gonna be good. Because there is I think there is couple version of fighters or athletes. Me, I think uh, I delivered when it's the competition day. I think I do very good. I like I don't know.
You locked the fucking. See, I wish I had balls like you guys, because I would never do any freestyle wrestling, because one, I don't know the rules. Two, I don't train enough. And I love how you guys are like, yeah, I'm just gonna do freestyle wrestling. I've never done it before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Like, that's one thing I envy about you, Uriah Faber, because I talked to Faber about it. He goes, I don't care. I'm just gonna go out there and have fun. I don't think I get myself to a mindset where I can just go have fun. I don't know why, but I just can't do it. So I envy you that you could just, I don't know how to freestyle wrestle, but I'm gonna go do it.
Wow, interesting. So like you are type of guy like you. So when it's competition, you have to training hard, training smart, and you're going to win, right?
Yeah, I can't. I just don't think I could. Yeah, I have to. Like, it would consume me where I wouldn't have fun. Where when I see you, when I see Faber, I see Aljo, Arman, you guys are all having a good time and laughing. I'm like, must be nice to be able not that you guys don't care, but it seems that like you guys have this mindset where it's okay. It's okay to lose. I don't know. Maybe it's, yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
Not saying that you guys are losing, but you're risking it in a sport that you don't have complete like understanding of. I'm sure Arman does, but you don't, because you just said you don't. But
Yeah,
you know what I
don't.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. So yeah, the fight I'm taking serious. Like I don't like losing in a fight, and but wrestling and yeah, this jiu-jitsu match, I don't mind. And against respectful and top guys, I don't mind. Like I don't wanna like. So I did one jiu-jitsu match against the butt scooter guy,
Yeah, I remember him.
and I hated. Yeah, I hated it because this guy, I think, he has a match against Mikey
Musumeci.
Musumeci. I hope Mikey Musumeci whoop his ass because this guy is fucking just butt scooter guy, and he just don't do nothing. And then yeah, they lose against this guy because of he's just butt scooting. Yeah, it's a stressful. I don't like it. But if I have a good matchup against good top guy in jiu-jitsu match or in wrestling match, I don't mind. But fight, I do care. Fight is its legacy, and it's personal, and then it's a big it's a career.
Absolutely. No, it makes sense. That's one thing that I wish I can get. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go wrestle for fun. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm too.
I think Demetrious, you'll be good at it because you're very talented. We all know that you are a very good MMA wrestler, and you just need to learn the rules, like make sure what you can do, what not, and you will do very good. And then if they give you good stylistically matchups like a fighters. You don't want like Olympic champion or somebody like low stand and like just like Henry does. Like he goes low ankle. But if Henry go like this with me, like upper body, I think I'm good. But he shows low single ankle something, then it's tricky.
Yep. I can't wait to watch. I'm going to watch that. It's going to be sick. Like I tell Mike all the time that it's always fun when we can watch our favorite athletes compete in other aspect of, I guess you say martial arts. I would consider wrestling a art form of martial arts. So I'm excited. How's Aljo doing? I know he's got a big fight. Are you helping him in his training camp, or are you just letting him do his own thing and you're doing your own thing right now?
So Aljo, he's training with different coach Mateus and different gym, but I try to watch his every sparring session because he trains early. He wakes up early and I try to watch. I sparring with him before I get like nose. And then I did some training like wrestling and grappling with him. He's doing really good. He's in best shape now, and he's really training hard. And yeah, he's pretty much coaching himself like a grappling area, but like he has a good striking coach now. Like his name is Mateus from Brazil. He's here in Vegas, and Aljo looking good, even striking now. He's getting comfortable. He's getting confident, and he believes himself even in striking. And he, of course, he always have a wrestling, and grappling, and back taking and everything. But he looked good. He's in good shape, and in good place. And yeah, it's gonna be good.
I can't wait. I always think after seeing Aljo compete in Real American Freestyle, I'm like, okay, he could just do Real American Freestyle. And then he's getting ready for this fight against a very tough opponent. I'm excited to see him compete again because I think Aljo is right there at that 145 title contention, especially with, Ilia Topuria going up to 155, and now the champion being Alex Volkanovski. Alex Volkanovski is going to be fighting a Mavzar, which, Aljo fought Mavzar. So I think Aljo, if he goes out there and puts a whooping on his next opponent, he's going to be right there for that title shot, whether it's Alexander Volkanovski or if it's Mavzar, because I know those two guys got to fight first, and I think this might be Alex's last fight. I know I said it last time, everybody got pissed off at me, but there's not much left for Alex to do. If he gets past Mavzar, I wouldn't mind seeing, Alex Volkanovski versus Aljo, but Aljo's got to get past his next opponent first.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Aljo, he has a great run, only close loss against Mozart. Even some people think that Aljo can win. It was like last 2 minutes. It was very close fight, and yeah, you're right. Like Aljo needs this win, and I think the next one is title or even maybe one more. And I believe in Aljo. He can beat anybody, and he deserves to fight for the belt.
Okay. I have a question. So you're in Spain and you got to work out with Ilia Topuria, right? Obviously, at this point of time, he wasn't matched up to fight Justin Gaethje, but I know you trained with him before. What do you think makes him different than every other athlete? Like when I watch him train, you've trained with him. I haven't trained with him before. But when I watch him train, he seems that his discipline, his timing, and his rhythm is very, very good, right? Like the time you spent with him, what makes him so damn good that gives him that edge when he hits people, as he says, their heads explode?
Yeah, I trained with him couple times and multiple times, and every time I train with him, like I'm like shocked how good he is, because like his technique, boxing technique, it's like crazy, and he has a very strong punches, and then the combinations, and then sometimes he may get hit, but he comes back with heavy punch, heavy combination, and you going down, you going sleep. Like nobody can help you because he's just repeat and repeat these combinations, this technique, and he knows when you're gonna throw and then when he's gonna count you. And also, I think also he's gifted the power from the God, I think, because he's so strong. Uh, like even wrestling area, he's he always goes for finish. He always looking for finish, and he's so strong. Once he grabs you, like so strong. And I mean, I think everything it's all combination. First, he's very smart, hungry, hard worker, very technical. He knows what he's doing, and he knows exactly like so he's gonna come with low stand. If you shoot, he's gonna block, like he's not gonna let you shoot, and then he wants to box with you, and that's where you make mistake. Once you start boxing with him and exchange punches, that's where he will knock you out, and good luck, And then even if you hit the grappling, he's so good. He is like jujitsu, also very good, and he always looking for finish, and this like you just surviving, just and then he's so smart. He's not wasting his energy wrestling with you or grappling with you. He's just waiting for his combinations, and then he's just different, man. Like he's like I said, smart, strong, technical, and a hard worker.
Now, since you've had a good relationship with him, have you ever thought about doing a training camp with him in Spain for your next fight, or do you like doing the Las Vegas, right? Like I know Khalil Roundtree, he trains in Vegas, and I talked to him, and he was like, I think I'm gonna do my training camp somewhere else. I need a breath of fresh air. I want to be able to, he's at the Jackson Media House Santos studio, and he's gonna do his next training camp in California. How you've ever thought about like, I'm going to leave Vegas. I'm going to go to Spain, and I'm going to do my training camp with Ilia. Like, Ilia, I want to train with you for 6 to 8 months. Have you ever thought about doing that?
Yes and no, because
What the fuck? He's like, no?
yes, of course, I love to hang out and train with my brother Ilia Topuria. But second thing is, if I training with him, I have to share some rounds with him, like, and I have to either sparring or wrestling, which is not fun. I don't want to get hurt because this guy hurts people. Even I think. Even he hits hard his brother. they told me they kill each other, the brothers, Alexander Topuria and Ilia Topuria. So, and funny story is like when Ilia was living in Alicante in Spain, it's a one city. That's where they was training and living. Now Ilia he's in Madrid, and then people used to all the time text or call Ilia, hey Ilia, I am in Alicante now, and I would like to training with you. And Europe is not that big, and usually they can go each other, like even from maybe Germany or some Italy. They can easily go in Spain. And when they used to tell Ilia, hey Ilia, I'm in Spain, I would like to training with you, I would like to sparring with you, and Ilia like, okay. Yeah, I would like to train with you. And then he used to knock people out. That's how he was knocking people out like the sparring partners, man. And then he has his fault. It's Ilia's fault. He has these highlights like this how he knocks this the random training partners, like how in big guys like tall guys, he just knocks people out. And that's why like I like training with him, but I don't like training with him because he hits hard. It's impossible to like really, really get a good training session with him because you're gonna either get hurt, injured, knockout, or So it's like my wrestling doesn't work against him.
I think if you did a training camp over there and say, please don't hurt me. I got back to my fight. But I can only imagine like the rounds when the high level rounds you'll get will be high, but there'll be a bigger risk to get injured. But I was curious about that. Like when you have the opportunity to train with somebody at that skill level, you know, you have to, you know, it's a big step. But, you know, I remember when I talked to Khalil Roundtree, he was like, yeah, I'm looking for a fresh air, a new start to train in California. So I don't know if you ever had that mindset or had the thought like, you know what, I'm going to train with Ilia for 4 months to see how it goes. But if you're going to get hurt, I don't blame you, dog. I do not blame you.
Yeah, exactly. I care. I don't want to get hurt in the training because I wanted to just make to fight, and then fight. It's just I'm gonna fight hard, but then I want to training smart. You know, like just do my easy training. So actually, Ilia was telling me to he wasn't sure when he was supposed to fight, and he told me to maybe we all should go in Georgia to training camp, and we was thinking about it too, and of course I was down to go with him in Georgia, my country. But I think right now he will have a training camp maybe here in the United States, and maybe of course if he comes here, and I think it's like Miami area, and I think I will go with him, but I will try to I will bring lots of training partners with me to if he asks me trains. I said, oh, maybe he was training this guy. He's train with my friend, not with me. So yeah, I will be with him, but I will train with my guys. And if he asks me training, I will send him, give him my training partner.
No, hey, I know that there's a couple of guys in the gym where I used to train where I would hate sparring them. One, because they're bigger, and two, they just hit super hard. It's like, fuck, man, like I can't get hit. And then after I would get hit and get rocked, Matt be like, okay, you're not going with him anymore. He hits too hard. He can't, you know. And obviously I was smaller, so I understand that. But who do you have for that fight? Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. I know you're going to pick Ilia. How do you think the fight's going to go? Like, what do you think Justin Gaethje could do to dethrone Ilia Topuria?
So, to be honest, I don't know how Justin Gaethje should fight Ilia Topuria. I will say that just wrestling against Ilia, but Justin Gaethje he's not wrestling. But as I think the Justin, he's gonna duck his hand and try to punch like how he does, but that's what Ilia will study him. He will study him, and then he will exactly punch right there, you know. And I think this fight is perfect for Ilia, like because Justin Gaethje he just box and then throws cupcakes, which is Ilia does the same thing, and then need exchange. Just Ilia knocks people out. Like if you exchange it, if he touches you, like and he knocks you out. So and then the thing is, Ilia like is getting better and better and better and better. You know, he like even last 3 fights results, like he knocked out Volkanovski, Max Holloway, nobody did that, and Charles Oliveira, he said himself, nobody hit him like this.
Wow. No, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Okay, well, now that we've covered everything.
And then also, I can tell you, you know, I respect Arman Sarukian too, and he's a great athlete, great fighter. But I think since Ilia is championing this weight class, even if Arman fights Ilia stylistically, he beats Arman.
Oh.
Because yeah, you can't take Ilia down. It doesn't even make sense to wrestling with him, and then Arman has to box with Ilia too, and Ilia will knock out Arman Sarukian too.
I don't know.
That's my honest answer.
I don't know, man. Arman's fucking good, man. I think one. This is where I think Ilia is a very, very good athlete. And great boxing, great technique. You train with him. Arman is. I've never trained. Arman kind of reminds me of you a little bit, meaning that like you guys have a conditioning that I've never felt before. Like your conditioning and your strength is very, very good. Where Arman's strength is very good, and he's still learning. And I think Arman, like, I just don't know. I think Arman could get Ilia. I don't know. I think Arman can get Ilia to the ground. If he can't, I think, yeah, it would be a sick fight. Like, I think Arman has the drive and determination to not be scared of Ilia, if that makes sense, right? I don't know. Before I trained with Arman, I was like, yeah, I think Arman could probably get knocked out by Ilia Topuria, but I think Arman will come so prepared. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that's the fight that needs to happen. Like, Arman versus Ilia, that needs to happen before Ilia fights Islam. Like, Arman needs, yeah, I don't know, yeah, that fight needs to fucking happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight for sure. It's no underestimate Arman. Like I said, I respect. He's a great athlete. But yeah, but then also like, and then I was like, when I asked Ilia about Islam, and he said, "Bro, this fight is even stylistically very easy for me." He say, "Islam fight, bro, this is I love this fight," and he said, "I want to fight Islam," and then he was uh he was saying that, like now the Paddy Piblant, and when Justin Gaethje was fighting each other, he said, if Paddy Piblant wins, I will beat Paddy Piblant and try to go up straight to fight Islam. But if Justin Gaethje wins, it doesn't even make sense for me, and then I'm gonna go jump in fight Islam. But I guess now I'll play out things, and maybe I don't know what the UFC also tell, and maybe the UFC not let him do that or whatever. So now he's fighting Justin Gaethje, which I believe he's gonna win this fight, and I'm sure he's gonna push to fight Islam Makhachev. I'm just saying my words, I think that's what he wants to do, and so that's how comfortable. I'm just saying he's so comfortable fight against Islam Makhachev. Uh, but this guy is also whatever he wants, and he's doing it, and then he's saying he's making it happen. It's like, and then he's so genius, and he has like a good, always good projects, and he always makes it happen, makes it done, and he's high level. Like I like, even when I visit couple years ago, him in Spain, when I was living with him, like he's really high level, because all his clothes, even flip-flops or everything, it's all brands, and then like everything is so high quality. He's like, me when I'm home, I don't care what I'm wearing. I can wear every day same clothes, but Ilia always dressed nice. I always looks nice. Even he's home, like his luxury lifestyle, and he's high level.
Okay. Well, now that we've covered everything, what is the one thing that I told you is, like, you got to find yourself some distractions. Have you been able to find some distractions besides training?
Yeah, watching your podcast.
What the fuck? No, I mean, like, I know, like, have you been able to find, Dustin Poirier said this, right? Like, as an athlete, and I understand this, as an athlete, we're so used to wake up, train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep, train, study, fights, and then we get so accustomed to doing that every single day. We train all the time. We're always sore. We're always tired. When we're not either sore or tired, something's off. We don't feel right. And for you, I was like, man, you need a good distraction, a good hobby, a good business project. And have you been able to give yourself that opportunity? You see Aljo, he's got his fun carver, he's got his cigars now. Have you been able to find something to pour your passion into besides fighting yet? Have you given yourself that opportunity to be like, what do I want to do after fighting?
The first, I'm not thinking to finish career or fighting anytime soon.
Yes. I know that.
Yes. So that's why, and because before I try to like get in transportation business. I buy some trucks and I got some drivers and whatever, and then I lose some money. And after I said, you know what, I'm not gonna try any business because if you do any business, you have to be 100% in it, and because then now for me the best business is the just fighting, and stay focus for fighting, and any hobby. So pretty much I have no other time. So I wake up a little bit late, right? Because I go sleep a little bit late, and I will wake up, get ready, and I'm going to straight to the training. And then after I finish training, and then talk my teammates, and
you
take a
ain't got
shower.
you ain't got no time left.
Yeah, and then I go lunch, and then when I go lunch and then a little bit rest, a little bit answer the phone calls, emails, some always something, some medicals has to done, some haircut, some some maybe what's they called rehab, or some my friends need something and always something to do. And but soon as I have like little things uh, between train, and I have second training session evening, and then when I finish the second training session, then time, it's late already, 8 p.m., and then I'm really tired and I really need to chill, and I'm coming home and then, like, play with my social media, and then still answering some text, phone calls, like emails, call my family, and then time goes fast, and then in the bed, and morning is same.
Yep, you're sleeping. Then you're in. How old are you now? You're 34, 35?
35.
35. Okay. Well, that's just the hardest thing. Like you're so caught up in that continuous cycle that when it comes time for you, I'd be kind of curious to see when it comes time for you to retire, how will you transition? Will you be like, fuck, I can't, will you have a hard time? Or will it make easier for you? Because that's one thing that like I struggled with, was that if I'm not training hard, if I'm not pushing my heart rate to like 185 beats per minute, I would struggle where it's like, I'm not working out. This is not a workout. My wife was like, you'll get there. You'll get used to it. You hear Dustin Poirier, he was talking about it. He was like, man, I struggle with it. He's getting better now. And so I was curious, like with you, have you been able to find that time? Give yourself the time, right? There's a difference between finding time and giving yourself time. Where finding, you're always trying to find, but you say, all right, I'm not in training camp. I'm not training today. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do, but you love to train. So I was curious if you giving yourself the time and the grace to find something else besides fighting and find new hobbies.
So I will do a couple good things, but but I think how I can do, like how I see it, I will still do jujitsu training. I think jujitsu, you still go hard, like wrestling, grappling, submission, everything, and then you're not getting hurt, you're not getting injured, and it's much easier, and then realistic, and everything is close to fight, and it's still good workout. You still will burn your calories, and you can able to still go sleep tired, whatever. And also, like, I have some projects, even like right now in September, I'm going to open a gym, MMA gym in Georgia, which is will be like, I'm not doing for make money, I'm doing for donation. I'm opening for my own money, and I already have a place, and I'm about to order I need to have a 2 kg in my MMA gym, and then lots of mats, and then the walls with the mats, and so I'm opening this gym because there is couple small gyms in Georgia, but it's all like it's on MMA gym is smalls and whatever but I wanna have a perfect facility, like a good big gym with nice cages and big mats and padded walls, and also not only good looking and good quality gym, the good coaching, and where everybody train different places, and then Georgia is not too big, so I wanna everybody come here in this gym and training free, and then have a young generations to get good training too, and then even like I wanna to what I learned like last 5 years. I wanna teach them in this gym, because I think I wanna focus for like a grappling, jiu-jitsu, and wrestling for MMA, because this is more dominant in MMA today and general. What do you think? Right? I think more stability in wrestling and grappling.
Yeah, I agree. I think right now when you look at MMA, more grappling and jiu-jitsu players, but just like you talked about, right? Even though Henry Cejudo has better wrestling credentials than you were still able to beat him in the wrestling because you're so good about mixing it up, right? So I think wrestling and jiu-jitsu is a strong base more than boxing, but I think you got to have that right coach and the right physicality to be able to mix it up, if that makes sense, right? So I don't want to say wrestling is the best base, because there's some guys like Bo Nickel, he's got a great wrestling base, but he hasn't been able to put it together like you've been able to, right? Like pop up, hit your hands, your jiu-jitsu is very good, heavy rider, you're very good hover. So I agree with you, but I think there's some pushback to say that wrestling and jiu-jitsu is the best base for MMA, but it is dominating MMA right now. Like if you have a guy who has a background like you and a guy who's a boxer, 9 to 10 times I always take the grappler over the boxer.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So like, and also I agree with you. But yes, so like that's why I think wrestling is like the Habib shows, Islam shows, Khamzat shows,
Yep.
I show,
Yeah.
even Pantoja show, and
Yep.
like all this, yeah.
No.
So and that's why like in 205 division there is no good wrestler. That's why it's today one champion, tomorrow will be new champion.
Yep.
And it's always changing because there is no stability. But when Khabib was champion, then he was like killing it. But now Islam is killing it.
Yep.
And then, Ilia just different.
Yeah. No. You're right. You're right.
One more I will add it. So to answer your question short, like I to have this, like now I'm working on this project to have a good MMA gym in Georgia. This is charity gym where I wanna like give my country back what I think is good for my next generation from my country, and I'm working on this project, and it's gonna take lots of my time, and like evening times, usually it's morning in Georgia, and I'm gonna work on this project, and I think I will keep in my mind here.
What's the name of it? What's the name of the gym? And that's amazing, by the way.
Thank you. So I was thinking, like maybe either I think Merab Dvalishvili Academy. I think easy. I go easy. Yeah, my name Academy. Just that's it.
I like that, Dvalishvili Academy or the Machine Academy. You got some things to play with, baby. You got some things to play with.
Okay, I will think about it. Ask like smart people like you.
I'm not that smart. Before I let you go, I gotta let Michael get in here, ask you some questions. He's still a little butthurt about you not hooking him up with any Georgian women. But Michael, this is your chance to ask Merab what you want to talk to him about.
Like Demetrious, like he can go look himself, but I'm not gonna help him to find a Georgia woman. But like I tell people, the Georgia woman are like I don't want to give the American guys even these handsome guys. I want to keep a Georgia woman for Georgian guys.
So no, I was gonna say I've seen you go to Georgia with those titles. It's a little bit different. You're the man when you're there. All the people there, I think I might have a little bit better luck with Merab than if I just go there by myself.
So you want to go with me in Georgia?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it. DJ, let's do a mighty journey. Let's make it happen.
Okay, my friend. First, I'm going to fight Petr. God willing, I'm going to win this trilogy fight. And then, mark my word, I give you my words. And I'll take you to Georgia. And then of course, we would love to have a Demetrious Johnson in Georgia. I don't know if you will have a time. You can bring your family. We will host you. We will taking care of you, Demetrious. There. I mean, we will be so happy. And if you will have a time, and we would love you in Georgia.
Oh, wow. Mighty journey in Georgia, boys. see, Michael's laughing. All he's worried about is trying to find a woman, a Georgian woman. I'm trying to go over there and enjoy the culture, train with Merab in his home country.
No, I mean I've seen the Nina videos. It's beautiful there. So no, it'd be awesome.
We have a nice nature and good people, good hospitality, good food, and maybe training just in maybe a little bit running mountains or ride the horses and and stuff like this. Fun activities, not and then I mean I don't wanna I wanna give you good times in Georgia, Demetrius. I wanna have you,
We'll see. I'll keep it on a calendar. Is there anything else you want to ask him, Michael, before we let him go?
Yeah, one question I wanted to ask. Of course, Ilia Topuria, we already talked about him. The fight we all want to see is Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. What is your prediction if that fight ever happens? Because that fight is that's the dream fight right now.
So I was this fight, we all know this is a huge fight, and man, I was like, I know the Islam Makhachev, he's a very hard opponent for everybody, and he's been dominated everyone. Even he beat Arman Sarukian, and I was worried for when Ilia was supposed to fight him, but Ilia is so comfortable, and then he's just, I believe Ilia, he whatever he's saying, he's proving it. He can do it. He can make it look easy, and I believe Ilia. I believe he's so strong, so smart, so technical, and then I think even Islam Makhachev is a great fighter. I think Ilia can beat him.
I hope that fight happens. Right now, there's some big fights in the UFC that I hope it happen. I hope everybody stays healthy enough, and I hope that we get, before those guys retire, that we get to see that matchup. So I'm excited.
I was going to say one more thing I wanted to ask. Did you see DJ training with Khamzat? What did you think about that?
Yeah, I did see, and I was rooting for you today.
Dude, the more I train with Khamzat, you, Arman Sarukian, I enjoy doing it just because you guys are so good, and it's just a different. I'm retired, so I don't care about winning. I care about feeling how they move and see how they train. But Khamzat's too fucking strong, man. He's so strong, and everybody's fucking good nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Khamzat Chimaev, he's a monster. He's really strong, and he has the killer instinct. He always goes hard, and then I think he did very smart against Duplessis. He was take him down and hold him. He wasn't wasting energy, and just how smart he did, I was impressive. And your match, and your little training match against Khamzat Chimaev, I see that you give him takedown, you just give him position, you give him even head, and then after he go hard.
Yeah,
you give him, right?
Well, I couldn't go. I mean, I'm not gonna shoot on Khamzat.
No,
I'm not gonna shoot. He's gonna throw me. The best thing I can do is pull guard to see if I can elevate him, but he's too heavy. He's so long. Then I went deep half. He fought the under. It's when you go with somebody who's way bigger, you're not gonna. There's my options are very limited.
Yeah, I see. But I think, okay, I know, you're not gonna sparring with him, but I think if you go jiu-jitsu round with him, or MMA jiu-jitsu, I think you will do much better. I believe.
I appreciate. I love you, Merab. I appreciate that, my friend. Heart to you, my brother. Heart to you. Well, hey, before I let you go, I appreciate you taking the time. This is your opportunity to let people know how they can follow you, support you. You got a big wrestling match coming up. The floor is yours, Merab.
First of all, thank you so much, Demetrious, to having me your podcast. It's always an honor for me. And so yeah, my social media is just my first name and last name, Merab Dvalishvili. Instagram, the Threads, X, and Facebook, same. And yes, just yeah, you guys can watch compete at RAF April 18, Philadelphia, and against Henry Cejudo. It's gonna be fun wrestling match, and right after I will be focused for my title fight against Petr, and it's gonna be good fight.
Boom. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have it. Make sure you guys do yourself a favor. Follow my man, Merab Dvalishvili, on all his social media. And he's taking on Hiro Cejudo at Real American Freestyle, where you can watch it. I think it's Fox Sports Nation or on YouTube. Make sure you tune into that. I'm your host, Demetrious Johnson. Our guest was Merab Dvalishvili. We'll see you guys in the next episode of the MightyCast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the MightyCast, and this is the part where we recap everything we just went through, and we just talked to one of our favorite guests on the show and a friend, Merab Dvalishvili, the former bantamweight champion of the world. It's good to catch up, Merab. Each time we see Merab doing something on Instagram, Twitter, he's either with some chicks, creating some amazing skits, or he's posted about his injuries. He broke his fucking nose, and he has a wrestling match with Hiro Cejudo. This man does not stop. You know, everybody now is doing all these side quests, whether it's jiu-jitsu matches or if it's Real American Freestyle. He's taking on Hiro Cejudo this Saturday, and he doesn't know all the rules of freestyle. And I envy these athletes where they can just go in here and have fun and not worry about their losses or their wins or their career. I wish I could do that. I wish I could.
Yeah, and just so everyone knows too, keep an eye out for our YouTube channel. We are going to actually have someone who's at the event film both Arman and Merab for us. Arman is going against Uriah Faber. Merab is going against Henry. So we should have some pretty cool exclusive footage coming from that. And yeah, just touching on Merab, just such a great guy. And the fact that I'm honored that he invited us to Georgia after his next fight. We have finally got it locked down. Of course, we'll see what happens, but I'm confident whenever he fights Petr this summer, I think give him that full training camp. So I think it could be a different fight. But I'm excited for that. I'm hoping we can make this. I'm gonna admit right now I'm jealous of Nina every time I see her in Georgia.
Well, I think to calculate that, hopefully it's in a time where I'm not in football season, which I probably will be in football season, but you can always go. And I think with Merab, it's very interesting to see. Me and Aljo always talk about this. Merab is the one athlete that I see who continues to train the way he does and get better when he competes, meaning that he's always in training camp. He's always helping his teammates out. He's not, and he does a drilling, but he's not doing that specific training. It was like, okay, let's look at what Petr does well. Petr likes to fight in this style. He likes to throw kicks. All these things is what he does. Where Merab has been so successful, when he fought Sean O'Malley, he's like, I'm gonna just outwork Sean O'Malley. When I fight Corey Sandhagen, I'm gonna outwork Corey Sandhagen. He's never sat down and really got himself into the specific training. Where when I fight Hiro Cejudo the first time, we watch everything he did. When we fought Adriano Moraes the first, the second, and third time, we watched every single thing he did, and we catered our training around him specifically, where Merab doesn't do that. So now, after him losing to Petr this time, I was the second time, the first time, he's going to have a full training camp. Hopefully he's well rested, and I'm excited to see him compete against him again, fully rested.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing that, talking to Merab a little bit off camera, we are confident that he will get that next shot. Plans can always change. Maybe Merab, God forbid, has an injury or something like that. But I really do hope, even if Sean O'Malley, let's just say he has some huge knockout at the White House card, and Dana White is getting real itchy seeing Sean O'Malley coming off such a huge knockout. I hope that UFC, him and Hunter Campbell don't get too excited and jump the line with Merab, because Merab, you don't see it these days. A guy actually coming out there fighting 5 times in a year as a champion. We are seeing quite honestly, this year in 2026, I would be surprised if there was any champ that fought even 3 times. Probably won't happen.
God,
I mean,
no.
we're already in April. It's not going to happen this year, and he did it. I believe if I need to look it up, but I'm pretty sure he fought 5 times.
Yeah.
So give this man that rematch. It's already 1-1. You got the story right there. I hope it won't be easy at all because Petr Yan is just good as shit. But I hope UFC goes that route.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I mean, I think we're gonna see Justin Gaethje fight twice this year. But he wasn't a champion when he fought Paddy Pimblett. That fight wasn't this year, right? It was.
Yeah, it was January, so that is actually a good point.
Yeah, so we get
Justin Gaethje will be the first.
Yeah, Justin Gaethje could potentially be the first if he beats Topuria and if he wants to fight in December. Charles Oliveira, he just fought Max Holloway. He could fight potentially in International Fight Week, and he could fight in December. So there are some athletes who do fight, but nothing like Merab, where Merab is. I feel like he was fighting every fucking weekend. If you let him, he probably would fight every weekend. And if he doesn't get this rematch, like let's say they don't book it in July or August, it might be a good thing for him to heal his nose because he already just broke it maybe 6 days ago. He's going to compete in wrestling. I don't know if he's going to wear the mask that a lot of wrestlers who have injuries on their face, they wear them. But I don't think it's a bad thing to let that thing fully heal, calcify. That way, when he gets cracked in the fight, it doesn't re-break. It doesn't, re-injure itself during the fight. But I'm excited for him. I hope he's able to find some distractions because I think that's one thing athletes could use in their life. But at the same time, when they have distractions, they get sidetracked. They get lost. I don't know. I think he just needs. This is a good break for him, and hopefully, he's been able to find some type of hobby for himself that can give him some time away from training.
Yeah, and before we get off here, give me a prediction. Real American Freestyle, Saturday, Henry Cejudo versus Merab Dvalishvili in a freestyle wrestling match. I'm going to say at least my prediction. I'm actually going to go with Henry just because, he's an Olympic champion at freestyle. So that's where I'm leaning, which it sounds crazy. Shows how the sport of MMA is just crazy, right? Like, how many times did Merab take down Henry?
Yep. But
a straight wrestling match, I can't bet against Henry. But what's your prediction?
I mean, if this was Henry Cejudo's first time doing Real American Freestyle, I would pick Merab. But since Henry, I think he's really embracing this role of Real American Freestyle. He's probably making real good money doing it. I'm sure he's probably getting himself back into shape. I think when an athlete like Henry doesn't have anything to train for, he kind of lets himself get big, out of shape, which I think every athlete does. But now that he's going full board with this, and the fact that Merab doesn't know all the rules, but there's one thing you cannot count out about Merab, is he's a hard fucking worker and he never gives up. For that, I'm going to go with Merab Dvalishvili. That we have 1 versus 1. So we'll see what happens. With Arman Sarukian versus Uriah Faber, I got Arman Sarukian. Arman Sarukian.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Uriah.
Yeah. Uriah knows better.
That's not even fair.
Yeah, I mean, is that fight happening? Is this Arman is taking on Uriah Faber on this card?
Yeah, yes.
Oh
it's
my
going to
God.
be in Philadelphia. We love what Real American Freestyle is doing. So
they just,
as I said,
they're just fucking donating money to fucking Arman at this point. They're just fucking.
They have given him every opportunity to stay in the spotlight, as UFC is not giving him a fight, which hopefully we'll see one announced in the near future. International Fight Week. I'm hoping we get him versus. Oliveira would kind of make sense. But
shit, or him versus Paddy Pimblett. Give him somebody. Just keep him active in MMA instead of fucking Real American Freestyle. All they're doing is support his watch habit. They're not getting him any closer to their fucking fight.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna use this Real American Freestyle match to buy this Rolex. I'm gonna get this Daytona. It does seem like that's kind of all it's feeding into right now.
That's what he's doing. And hey, whatever makes him happy makes me happy. But I'm glad we were able to catch up Merab Dvalishvili. He's taking on Henry Cejudo this weekend, so make sure you guys lock into that. And like Michael said, we'll like Michael said, we'll be doing a instant reaction or a breakdown of those wrestling matches because we have something on the ground there at Real American Freestyle. So if you guys enjoyed this episode of MightyCast, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, hit the bell to go live. That way you guys can stay up to date when we drop bangers. I'm your host, Demetrious Johnson, my right-hand man, Michael Wantover, and our guest was the machine, Dvalishvili. We'll see you guys in the next episode of the MightyCast.